What if I told you that Africa is the youngest continent in the world? More than half of Africans are under, so what will the Africa of tomorrow look like? Imagine a continent where young people like you invent robots, create apps to help farmers, and build smart cities. This is already happening. Pan-Africanism is the idea that all peoples of Africa and African descent, wherever they are in the world, are united by a common history and a shared future. Today, this movement is not only about the past, but especially about the future, how African countries work together to become stronger, richer, and freer. In this course, we will discover how contemporary and futuristic Pan-Africanism is transforming Africa. We will talk about new technologies, young entrepreneurs, the African Free Trade Agreement, the African Continental Free Trade Area, or AFCFTA, and the development plan called Agenda. We will see how artists, scientists, and ordinary citizens are building a united, prosperous, and respected Africa in the world. Get ready to travel through time and space, meet modern heroes, and imagine the continent of tomorrow. Because Pan-Africanism is also you are part of this great African family, and your future is linked to that of the entire continent. What is Pan-Africanism today? Pan-Africanism is a bit of a long word, but it means a simple idea: the unity of all African peoples and the African diaspora, people of African descent living elsewhere in the world. Today, this unity is no longer achieved only through speeches or flags, but through concrete actions. For example, in 2021, African countries officially launched the African Continental Free Trade Area (AFCFTA). This is a large market where products made in Africa can be sold without taxes between African countries. This allows businesses to grow, create jobs for young people, and reduce poverty. Another example is Agenda 2063, a plan by African leaders to transform the continent in 50 years. This plan talks about peace, prosperity, education for all, and environmental protection. Today's Pan-Africanism also uses technology. African startups like Flutterwave, which enables online payment, M-Pesa, and mobile money server, connect Africans with each other and with the world. Young people your age learn to code in programming schools in Kenya, Nigeria, or Senegal. Modern Pan-Africanism is also culture. Afrobeat music, Nollywood cinema in Nigeria, or Wakanda films in the Marvel Universe show a strong, creative, and proud Africa. Artists like Burna Boy, Wizkid, or Angelique Kidjo sing about African unity. Contemporary Pan-Africanism is therefore a living movement, built every day with concrete actions for a better future. Young African entrepreneurs, the heroes of the future. The Pan-Africanism of tomorrow is in the hands of young people. In Africa, thousands of young people are creating businesses to solve problems in their communities. For example, in Rwanda, a young girl named Giselle invented a drone that delivers medicine to remote areas. In Ghana, a 14-year-old boy built an app to help farmers know when to plant their crops. In South Africa, teenagers created a robot that cleans the oceans. These young people are modern Pan-Africanists. They work for the good of the entire continent. The African Union, the organization that brings together all African countries, has launched the 1 Million Initiatives program to encourage young people to innovate. Competitions like Africa Startup Festival or Young Innovators Awards reward the best ideas. Schools like the African Leadership Academy in South Africa train future leaders. Future Pan-Africanism is also digital education, platforms like Enezo Education in Kenya allow children in villages to learn using their phones. Young African entrepreneurs invent solutions for solar energy, clean water, health, and agriculture. They show that Africa is not a poor continent, but a continent of talent and opportunity. By learning about Pan-Africanism, you too can become an entrepreneur or inventor for your country and for all of Africa. United Africa, challenges and hopes. Even though modern Pan-Africanism is full of promise, there are still challenges. Some African countries have conflicts, poverty, or inequalities. Climate change, droughts, flood threatens agriculture and cities. But Africans are working together to solve these problems. For example, the African Union has created a peacekeeping force to help countries at war. Projects like the Great Green Wall, a strip of trees planted across the Sahite desertification. Future Pan-Africanism imagines an Africa where borders are open, where people can travel freely, study in any African country, and work anywhere on the continent. In 2018, African countries signed an agreement to create a common African passport. This passport will one day allow visa-free travel from one end of Africa to the other. Smart cities like Egypt's new capital Naya, the Sustainable City PR.